All right, today what I want to do is I want to talk about the drill press. A drill press is a lot like a handheld drill that you may have at home or may have used before. But what it does is it takes this drill, puts it on a vertical axis, and runs it on an arbor. So it comes up and down. Very stable machine. Um, it's if you want to drill accurate holes consistently, this is really the best way to do it. When we work with a drill press, there's kind of two different styles of bit that we're going to use. And this one is called the Brad Point spur bit. And if you look at it, you can see that it's got a nice big sharp point right here, and then two kind of chisels that are off to the side that clean out the hole. So as this goes in, it makes a really nice clean hole. And these out here kind of shear the fibers as it goes in. And for woodworking, these are, for smaller holes, kind of the best bet. This is called a Forstner bit, and for my larger holes, this is what I'm going to end up using. And you can see that this is just a whole bunch of chisels that run around here, and it's also got that brad point. That point protrudes a little bit higher, same as in the brad point spur. So when you contact the wood, it's going to hold that bit kind of in place as it goes in, and it's not going to dance around a lot. The twist bit is the bit that I'm the most used to. Like if I go down to Home Depot and I buy a bit, it's generally going to be a twist bit where it's got that double helix and then it kind of comes to a point. And I've found that those walk around a lot when I'm trying to drill a hole. So I find these are a little bit better. This drill bit, or this drill press, when you bring it in here, this has a keyless chuck, so you don't need to tighten it down with a key. Some you do need to tighten down. And then this one you can just get with your hands, make sure it's tight. When I first get it in, I'm just going to bump the machine on for 1 second and make sure that it's in straight. It's a 3-jaw chuck, so it comes in like this to grab that bit. And you can get it so it's pinched between two of the jaws, and then it's going to spin off of its axis, and it's not really going to be in there. When I use the drill press or any other machine, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that all my sleeves are gone. I always wear short sleeve shirts in the shop to make sure that my sleeves aren't going to get caught or wrapped up in anything. I don't have a whole lot of hair, so I don't have to worry about that. If your hair is long enough to tie up into a ponytail or put under a beanie, you're going to want to do that. Make sure that you're wearing safety glasses. This machine's rather quiet, so hearing protection is not necessary. But if you want to, just because the shop gets loud, then go ahead and go for it. So when we're drilling in, there is a potential that this bit can get stuck in the wood. And if it gets stuck in the wood, what it's going to want to do is start to spin. And most longer pieces, like if I'm drilling here and it starts to spin, it's going to hit the back of the drill press and stop spinning right there. But if it does start to spin, what you're going to just calmly reach up and turn the machine off at the power, and then wait for it to come to a complete stop. If you can't reach it for some reason, then just back away, call attention to the teacher. They can come in, I can help you out, or anybody else who's in the shop can turn it off for you. These machines are all mounted to the floor. Sometimes when it's really off balance, the whole thing can start shaking really badly and possibly come down on top of you, which is not good. But the best way to stop it from spinning is to use a clamp. So I usually get a longer clamp that kind of gets in all the way in the table. And I'll make sure that it's nice and tight and clamp down. And then this way I can adjust a little bit so it's in there. I'm going to come down and drop a hole right here for the demo. Now when I go in to make my hole, as I start drilling into it, I'm going to drill in a little bit and back out. And then I'm going to drill in a little bit more and then back out. And what that does is that allows all the swarf or the sawdust to come out of that hole, and it allows you to get a nice clean hole all the way through. Now as you're breaking through the other side, so as this bit gets down to the other side and gets into this waste table, you're going to back off of your pressure a little bit, and that'll give you a nice clean hole coming out the other side. Having this clamped and having a board behind it will give you a much cleaner hole than just trying to hold it down and get through it. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure it's in forward. a nice clean hole all the way through. The other side, there's a little bit of tear out, but it's actually not bad at all. And that is a good clean hole. Another thing I'm going to want to do immediately before I make another cut is take my broom and my dustpan and sweep all this off. Working cleaner on this machine is going to be a lot better than trying to work with a dirty machine. If you have a bunch of sawdust piled up here, when you go and try and get this flat on this surface, it can get kicked up at an angle, and then your holes won't go through as straight as you want them to. And that is it for the drill press.